This your boy DJ Wolf. Got a couple things on my mind. First item for bits. I was reading something online today about this young couple down in New Orleans. That they were sleeping next to their child, their baby, infant child. Both the mother and father were murdered in their house. They were shot multiple times. And none of the kids were injured. Somebody who did that, murdered those guys, knew who they were. No doubt about it. They knew, not only did they know who they were, it's a lot more to it. But I don't want to really get too much into it because I don't know the whole story other than that. But it makes me sad because this is stuff that goes on every day in our communities, man. And those are the issues that are never being addressed. Never. I know people say, well, yeah, we address it. We have vigils. Okay. But we don't have community and policing of our own to say, hey, man, we need to learn to do this. We need to learn to do that. You know. But I'm gonna get into that on another show when I get my live show back on. Believe me, we're gonna definitely discuss that and a lot more subjects. All right. Now, the next item, Dylan Ruth. You know, it's been I was in Columbia when that happened over in South Carolina. I was on the other side. Like I said, I was in Columbia. West Columbia, matter of fact. Near West Columbia. And it happened, matter of fact, not long, about maybe within 2 hours after I got to Columbia. You know. And it really, I was stunned by that. And the weird part about it, I was down there in April, right around the time that that black guy got shot by that white cop. Murdered by the white cop. Not shot. He was murdered. He was shot and murdered by the white cop. Ain't no doubt about that. Do you know it's been a year this month and you haven't heard nothing else about that crime? That the cop and his partner were caught red-handed covering up. And the Dylan Roof will be a year, I think, this year coming up. And you haven't heard nothing else about that either, other than they said, well, they're still looking into it. No, motherfuckers. Y'all better look at this motherfucker right goddamn now. You know? Seriously. And I'm listening to one of the guys on Satellite Radio. You know who it is. The conservative brother. He's talking about, well, they need to look at the facts. All the facts are there. You know? All the damn facts are there. He did what he did. And I don't want to even go into it because it was just such a horrible murder. Both of them were. That I'm not going to even talk about them in great detail. But all I know is justice needed to be served like yesterday on both cases. And like I said, really, it's too much of this bullshit going on, man. It's way, way, way too much going on, man. And that with this in the election, man, I'm telling you. And but here's another thing. When Dylan Roof murdered those 9 innocent church members in that church in South Carolina, one of the things that bothered me a lot was that black parishioners around there, and maybe I shouldn't be, criticizing them because, I'm a church parishioner myself, were saying to forgive Dylan Roof for what he did. I'm sorry. I have a heart for forgiveness, but not for that. I just don't. I just don't. I just don't. It's just, I was less than an hour away from over here. You know, God forbid it could have been my family, man. You know, and it was someone else's family. So I know somewhere along the line they're probably still hurting right now for what happened. And you talking about forgiving this guy? I will forgive Dylan Roof the day they put him 6 feet under. That's the day I'll forgive him. Same with the cop. When the cop goes for the death penalty, when they go for the death penalty on that cop, same thing. My forgiveness when it comes to stuff like this ain't easy. It ain't easy. You gotta earn that. I'm not going to just willy-nilly, oh, you forgive me. You know, no. Well, there's one guy, one guy on YouTube, they always about forgive. You know, and that's not me. I mean, not when it comes to something like that. Okay, you stole my money, you paid it back, yeah, I forgive you. You know. You played a prank on me, yeah, I forgive you. Murdering several people of a church, black church, just because we're black? No. The day they put you in the ground, literally, I'll consider it. Otherwise, no. Hell fucking no. Excuse my French. I'm serious. That bothered me to the core. That murder bothered, because I was down there with my family. Actually, my wife was down there. My son was actually graduating from, he was just finished up his military training. And that bothered me bad. Because we were all down at the same time, you know. And he was actually at the base, not far from there too. And I was like, man, come on now. Come on now. All this big mess happening, man. It's just I think about it. I'm gonna get to another thing I'm gonna talk about in a minute. This election I don't know about anymore. But let me get to the other guy. The brother who got pulled over by a cop and he ran. That cop had no reason to shoot him. He didn't. The brother was unarmed. Now I will admit, not sure why he ran. And that's not for me to question. I don't know. But the cop definitely should have never shot him. But what pissed me off, not only did he shoot him in cold blood murder, and then he tried to cover it up. And literally got caught planting the evidence. And they haven't, it's been a year. You ain't heard nothing else about it. Nothing. I can't believe that sometimes, boy, I swear, and I'm being honest, I love this country. I served in the military for this country 3 years, 6 months, 11 days in Waco. But when I saw stuff like that going on and people are supporting that cop just like they did with George Zimmerman, people were raising $100,000 for that son of a bitch who got off for shooting an unarmed black man, young teenager, kid, you know, for no damn reason. And you know what the white people said? Oh, he was just a thug. So because he was a quote-unquote thug, that gave you a right to murder him even though you didn't know what the fuck he was. You know? I'm sorry. I will never ride with that narrative ever. I did a show about the other day, and I actually told somebody, I said, I don't give a damn if he was a thug. You know? You going to just shoot him out in cold blood because he was a thug? Even though he didn't put his hands on you? Even though he didn't physically hit you? No. And even though he didn't bother you, even though the cops told you, after the case of George Zimmerman, not to bother him, that we got this. It doesn't get any more racist than that. I mean, I knew it was racism. I knew we had racism in this country, but I just never knew that it would rear its ugly head the way it did over the years. Makes me ashamed, man. Makes me ashamed. for a lot of reasons, because you got a lot of innocent people who get run down, murdered, accosted, harassed for no fucking reason, man. And it makes me really sad, man. You know, it's no wonder I took the moral compass, and I've always had a moral compass, but it's no wonder I took a higher moral compass over the last 4 years by going back to church. You know, I got to clean up my foul language, but sometimes I get really angry. And because people ain't living right no more. They're not living right. People ain't living right. You know, you can't be living right when you're doing all this dirt every night on a nightly basis, and you don't think nothing of it. All the people you hurt, or the people you beat, or the people you mess with, or harass, or steal from, or kill. You know? That's why I talk about getting off that political plantation, getting off the slave mentality, man, because that's also what's hurting us too. You know, speaking of that, this thing where you have to have $15 an hour, I mean, really? You really want people to value you as a cook for $15 an hour at McDonald's? McDonald's. Not at, Ruth Chris or one of those high-priced steakhouses that I've been to. No, nothing like that. No. But someplace like Mickey D's or Burger King. And I cannot believe that New York and California went with that narrative. I cannot believe that they did that. They actually did that. New York and California just say, you know what? We're going to pay them $15 an hour. They literally voted in. I don't see, honestly, where that change is going to be good. I don't think it's going to... I don't think people... I mean, you know, I really don't. I really don't. You know, it's going to allow people to aim low. And when I mean aim low, they're not going to want to do anything but go cook burgers for $15 an hour. Really? See, here's my thing. Jobs like that are really are turnover jobs. They were never intended for you to do the kind of things that you're trying to do with them. Never. It was never the intention. And yet, people think that that's okay to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna follow that narrative. I never will. I never will. You know, I had to talk with my son a couple of years ago, right just after he graduated from college, where he wanted to get a job making $14 an hour. Now, I know, matter of fact, no, he wanted to get a job working. He was working at Best Buy for $10 an hour, thinking that's good money. And I told him, son, you're a college graduate. With a master's. With a bachelor's. I'm sorry, he had a bachelor's. He graduated with a bachelor's degree. What the fuck you want to be doing working at, you know, unless you're going to be a manager at Best Buy, you should be doing, no. Not should be working as no associate. No, that's crazy. With a bat, no, you better not. Because he's like, ain't no jobs out there. I said, there's jobs out there. You got to apply yourself. I kept telling them that. And last I told him, he finally got him a good job. You know. He started out, matter of fact, the job the guy's doing pretty well. I was actually pleasantly surprised. So he's doing his thing, you know. I'm very proud of him, you know. But anyway, the reason why I say that is because I think it's going to encourage people to say, hey, you know what? I don't need to be doing this kind of job. I can just go get me a kickback job like cooking for $15 an hour. Ain't no big thing, man. I be making good money. But in the long run, knowing from experience I had from working in fast food, when I was making $3.35 back in '85, I'm gonna tell you right up front, you may not get the hours you want to make the $15 an hour you need. That's why I say it's a joke. Think about it. If you make $15 an hour and you work maybe 4 days a week working part-time, you're still only going to be working roughly $7.50 an hour. Think about it. I mean, seriously though. Still only be working $7.50 an hour. So you really, it's not necessarily a win-win for some of you guys. It won't be. I know for a fact it won't be. But you keep forgetting. These are non-union jobs. Somewhere down the line, I'm going to do some research on it. But I can guarantee you, based on the research that I find, I bet you it's based on what I'm saying to you right now, that nothing's going to come much of what you guys were fighting for about this $15 an hour job pay increase. I seriously doubt it. And I know what you're saying. Hey, Wolf, you don't want nobody to be able to make good money? What? Only people who got good jobs can make better money? No, it has nothing to do with that. It's the fact is these jobs, the fast food jobs, were not intended for you to make a career of. Now, unless you're training directly as a manager. Because I know a few people who did that. Now, unless you got management skills, it does you no good. It really don't. Because, like I said, those type of jobs were not intended for you to make a career on. No. That's why I don't go with that $50 an hour narrative. I'm sorry, I just cannot do it. I can't bring myself to say that. Of course, then again, excuse me. In 1985, I probably would have jumped the chance of making $15 an hour. I wasn't making $5 an hour. And I also wasn't working 8 hours either. So, just think about it. My $3.35 didn't mean jack. I'm going to be totally honest. And I don't think I worked 6 days. As a matter of fact, I didn't get... I may have. If I was working 4 hours yesterday, if I did. I wouldn't get a lot of days. I know that. But you're talking about livable wage. But it depends on what you're doing for a living. See? And when I worked there in 85, I had no intention of making a career out of it. I had with that kind of money, I was like, really? No way. I think on some respects it would benefit a retiree to make that kind of money if they were, if they were a manager and doing it for a while. But even so, it's still, like I said, I don't see much benefit with that pay increase. I don't see much of a benefit at all. I really don't. No company gonna be paying it down. This van was right up on my behind. So, but I don't. Like I said, I don't agree with that narrative. I just people gotta know that if you aren't making the kind of money that you make on a job you want to, you have to get yourself educated. And I know people say, well, it costs money to go to school. Yeah, it does. That's why they got financial loans that actually stretches out. Okay? For example, I went to school on a student loan. I wasn't required to pay the loan until I got out of school. Well, actually, I take that. Well, did I? Yeah. I didn't start actually paying on the loan until after I graduated. Paid it off within 5 years. Okay, so, but the purpose of you going back to school to get a student loan is so you could actually get a better job so you'll be able to pay the loan off. That's the whole purpose of it. That's the whole purpose of it. So, thank God I only had one kid in college because I'd be in big trouble. But I'm just saying, on a serious note, though, for real, you can't depend on that $15 an hour when, if it happens, if the New York and California happens everywhere else. It's not going to change a whole lot for you and your family. It won't. You're going to have to do more than just flip burgers or whatever. I'm sorry. Take it from somebody who actually did 6 months, well, longer than that, really, but 6 months plus of that kind of work. Matter of fact, I did it for you because including the time I worked down at the Cleveland Indian Stadium. And I did that job for 2 days. I've done other menial type jobs. Do you honestly think I was going to try to fight for years to get a pay raise for a job that didn't require a whole lot of skill? No. I wanted a better job with better skills so I could actually be able to make myself more marketable. How you going to make yourself marketable just flipping burgers? That ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it at all. Fuck that. You got to be out your mind. You got your flipping mind for your flipping. Oh, Jesus. Come on, guys. You're flipping mind. Really? Where we going here? Jeez, these people cannot drive. So that's all I'm saying about that, man. I just think it's crazy. It's totally ludicrous. Totally ludicrous to sit there and thinking if you get $15 an hour pay rate. And then one guy I had an argument with literally was like, no, now 15, 20. The slave, you a slave labor. Well, then don't do a slave job. Hey, if you think a slave labor, that means you should be out there trying to get you a better job. If that's the way you feel, if you feel they pay you slave wages, you thinking you supposed to be making a cake of bank flipping burgers. No, it was not intended for that. And then on top of that, one other thing people aren't thinking about is the fact that, you know what? Usually when they raise the minimum wage for people like that, and if you go full time, think about how much it's going to cost to get for food. People didn't think about that. And people didn't think if they had people working full time making $15 an hour flipping burgers, there's a chance that some of you guys may not be working there anymore. You know why? Because they got cut costs. Not everybody gonna be able to make that kind of money. And on top of that, if they're gonna pay you $15 an hour, you better be top flight. You better be on your grind. So it's a lot to it. If you're gonna make them kind of wages, they're gonna expect you to do a lot more responsibility. I can almost guarantee that. I can tell you one thing: if I was paying somebody $15 an hour, I guarantee I'm gonna make sure that they be worth doing. I can get $15 an hour work out of their ass. Real talk. It's DJ Wolf. That's what I wanted to say. That was on my mind. Come on. I don't have anything else to say right now, but that was just on my mind. I just had to get my 2 cents worth out. Any questions, comments, concerns? Anything you'd like to talk about, anything on your mind about this and anything else I talk about, debates, disagreements, I don't care. Just thought I'd get that off my mind here. This is DJ Wolf again. My email address is foralltohear@gmail.com. My Twitter page is @foralltohear, and my YouTube channel is foralltohear TV. Okay, this is DJ Wolf. I got more shit on the back burner. I will be doing another show this week. And as promised, I will be doing my show at least twice a day. My podcast, anyway. I will be doing twice a day from now on. 5 days, at least 5-6 days a week. So, well, more likely 5, maybe 6. But definitely Monday through Friday, you will be hearing me. Because I'm going to be working on some other projects. Other personal projects that I got to get done. I'm going against a light. You think I'm going to stop for your hair? And look, green light is in my favor. I'm going to stop for you. You probably wouldn't look my way anyway, but I ain't worried about that. Give me type my mirror anyway. But what I was saying though, yeah, I got a couple of things on my that I'm working on, some personal projects I'm working on right now. So I may not be doing a live show for a while unless I do it on the device I'm on right now, which I actually could. I could, but I have to. So. But and I may get to doing that. But otherwise, as far as a regular show in the studio, it's not going to happen anytime soon. It might. I may just take a Saturday off and do it. What are they doing? What are you doing? Man, it's been getting robbed. Just wait for it. But anyway, so I'm going to be working on a couple of personal projects. But I'll still be doing my podcast. So you'll catch my podcast Monday through Friday. For certain. All right, guys. This is DJ Wolf.